children's time. That's all right. You don't want to get too close, Randy. We're going to need the whole space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back up, everybody.
Okay, so I don't have an actual book. Randy tried to look up.
Doesn't exist.
The story of Saint Inferno, the Pentecost gorilla. It is yet to be written or illustrated. But I want to tell you the story of a gorilla. And this gorilla was one day found himself in Jerusalem. And he was wandering in Jerusalem, and he saw these people going in and out of this house. And they were worried, and they looked sad. They looked confused. They looked anxious. And Saint Inferno, that's what his parents gave, that was the name his parents gave him, wanted to know what was going on. And so he went into the house and saw in this room all these people, men and women, all sitting there, and some were crying, and some were just sitting with one or two others, and they all seemed worried. And Saint Inferno asked one of them, he said, "What's going on?" And he said, "Well, we're people who heard about Jesus. A lot of us followed Jesus, knew him, were friends with him, and he was a wonderful person, and he lived with us. And then he was arrested, and they killed him. And that was really sad, but then he came back, and that was really happy. And we thought, okay, everything's going to be great. And then he went up into heaven. He just went up into heaven. And that was about 10 days ago, and now we're not sure what's going to happen, and we just don't know what to do next." And St. Inferno wondered about this. He had heard about this Jesus person, but didn't know much else. And so he just sat there for a while on the side, just kind of watching and waiting. And then, in this moment, there was this wind that started going in the room. And the wind brought about this fire that started showing up over all of their heads. And then they started running out of the room and speaking about Jesus, but in all these different kinds of languages. And it was like they were given this wisdom, this revelation. And St. Inferno saw how excited all of them got all of a sudden, and how they started talking about Jesus in a new and excited way. And then he heard it and he thought, this is really good. This is exciting. I want to learn and talk about this Jesus too. And he ran out into the street to start sharing as well in whatever language he could. And something happened. He was a gorilla, and gorillas are usually black in their fur. He became red. He was so close to all that fire that he turned red. And he found coconuts. And he said, "I am going to now just go and give people coconuts full of good things, things they enjoy, things that people like." And so St. Inferno goes around and leaves coconuts full of goodies on Pentecost, or will, next Pentecost, starting next year. But the other thing he did is he started to really realize how important that spirit was. And in St. Inferno, then started to sing. I had to wait for a second. Every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Yes, every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. But that wasn't enough. Keep it going for a little bit, Donna. That wasn't enough for St. Inferno. He said, that's a little too relaxed for what I want to do. He's got to go to as many houses as possible, dropping off coconuts. And he said, instead of just praying, I need to do a little bit more. I need to be a little more active. Every time I see the Spirit moving in my heart, I will dance. Yes, every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will dance. Yes, every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will dance. Yes, every time I feel the Spirit moving in my heart, I will dance. And that's the story of St. Inferno, the Pentecost gorilla.